All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Lee Cooley. I bought my first stock when I was 16 years old. I graduated from the University of Tennessee with a degree in finance because I love investing. And I might need this too. Now, I love investing because I know how powerful it is. In fact, it can easily help you put an extra $250,000 in your pocket by the end of your working career with just some basic investment principles. And millennials know this, yet 74% still don't invest. And here's the problem. They don't know how. No one has ever taught them how to invest, and so they're not sure which stocks to select. They don't know where to put their money, and so they think it's all very risky. Well, my company has developed a solution to this problem. It's called Market Madness, and our goal and value add is very simple. So we want to demystify the stock market. So we've come up with a fun and engaging way for our customers to learn the basics of investing while competing for cash by combining the stock market and fantasy sports. So let me walk you through it. When you pull up our website, you'll sign up for an account and then start engaging. You'll learn the basics of investing in our resource center. You'll share ideas and collaborate with others in our community forum, and then you'll test out your strategies in our investment leagues. Now, these investment leagues are stock market simulations set in real time. Again, you could think about us as that blend between the stock market and fantasy sports. And this is the fun part. So you select stocks, and then based on how well you manage your portfolio relative to other people in your contest, you'll win cash. Now, contests last anywhere from 1 week to 90 days, with first, second, and third place each taking home a payout. And that's also where we make our money. So our revenue comes from the service fees that we charge for organizing these contests. Now, price points are anywhere from $10 to $100 per contest, and you can also sign up for a pro-level membership at $19.99 a month, and that will give you access to some exclusive content and other benefits. Now, our market opportunity here is very unique and comes from two major trends that we identified. The first is the exponential growth in fantasy sports over the past few years, which is expected to hit the $14 billion mark by 2020. And the second is the fact that millennials are heavily underinvested, but they are willing to start investing if they know how. So those two elements have helped us craft our target audience, which is the aspiring investor. So that's the person that we've identified as a young professional earning at least $35,000 in gross income and doesn't currently invest in the stock market. Now, ideally for us, they will be familiar with fantasy sports and have a college degree. But it's a very attractive customer demographic, and so we're not the only game in town. I've highlighted here for you some of the features of Market Madness versus the other players in the space. Now, our closest competitor is an app called ForceRank. And while they all do some things well, our competitive advantages are focusing on community, and what makes us different is our dividend program, where 10% of all of our revenues are donated to financial literacy programs that help us grow our reach and our impact. Now, taking a look at where we are today by the numbers, we've run 42 contests to date with an average profit margin of $37.79. Now, that's those service fees that we collect on the revenue side minus our expenses, PayPal transaction fees, hosting costs, and security costs. And we also have 61 active users that are using the site. Now, over the next 6 months, we plan to scale that to 1,000. And the way we're going to do that is by rolling out an aggressive marketing campaign, starting to license to high schools and colleges. And we are also working on a robust referral program to help us leverage our current membership base and expand it out as much as possible. Now, I do want to introduce the team as well. Sam Smith and Matt Passanante are the co-founders of the company. And we also work with an advisory board. Tim Martin, Spencer Disher, and also our attorney, Marcel McCrae. And lastly, if you like what you saw, if you're interested in the platform, go ahead and pull out your cell phones. We're live today at mymarketmadness.com. And we are running a special $5 contest just for City Startup Labs that starts tomorrow. So go ahead and sign up for an account and jump in the contest tonight, and we look forward to competing with you. Again, my name is Lee Cooley, and I appreciate the opportunity to present, and I would welcome any questions that you have. Oh, hey, Carrie.
Lee, it's extremely interesting, what you're proposing. Have you had a chance to do focus groups to see if there are enough people that would have enough interest to get involved with this? I mean, this is a little different than DraftKings, but trying to. I know the markets you're going after, but are they willing to take the time to do this and spend the money?
Yeah, I think so. So the people we talked to was about a group of 120 or so from the co-founders and myself. We conducted an informal survey. How are you investing right now? What would you like to learn? And would this be a way that would help you out? And the problem about millennials is, we need some new kind of innovation. And so the way we made that connection was with something new that everybody is used to for us, which is fantasy sports. So that was a good connection for us, and they are more than happy to do it.
I think I missed where you are in the process. Is this on the drawing board? You've done a focus group. You've been through the first phase of City Startup Labs. What comes next? What would come after this if you were to go to the next round?
Right, so now we're just in ramping up mode. So we have gone through the customer validation process. We are up and running. We've run contests, the platform works, and now it's just about getting more customers to the platform so we can take this to the next level.
How did you choose this as the business you wanted to pursue?
Over a couple of beers at a bar.
Okay, so thought process, not location.
Right, so one of the other co-founders, Matt, actually is really good at fantasy sports, and I'm really not. So we took something that I'm good at, which is investing, or at least I feel like I'm good at it. And that's something that I felt like I could beat him in. And so I take a look at what the other nerdy finance guys like me would be interested in, and this is what we came up with.
Did you use any of those competitive products before you decided to be in this business? And if not, have you used them since you launched this?
We've used them after the fact. Like I said, Force Rank is the biggest one on our radar right now, but they're all set up a little different, and to be quite frank, they're just not as fun as what we do.
What do you see as your biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge. I think for us, it's scaling. For a local Charlotte market, it makes sense because we're all pretty well connected, and we've got friends and family that are on the platform and are using it. But I think for us, developing that referral program in a way that we can pay our customers to bring us more customers, that'll be what takes us to the next level.
Somebody's got to ask it. What are you going to do with the time and the money if you get to
Right.
move forward?
Right. So we want to focus in 3 areas. The first is protecting ourselves legally. So like I said, one of our advisors is our attorney. He's explained to us now is the time to start talking about intellectual property, trademarking. Second, we want to make sure that we increase our infrastructure. We want to make sure that the bandwidth is up. So as we continue to scale, that everyone else will have the same great experience that the first timers are. And thirdly, we want to start building an app.